What is the cross between a donkey and a zebra? A zonkey?
A
A
zonkey.
zonkey. Have you guys seen a zonkey?
Well,
Look it up.
a mule.
It's a thing. It's really a thing.
It's really a thing. I'm not lying.
Yeah, well, you have a mule.
have your phone with
it's
you?
a horse and a donkey.
Zonkey. I think it's a zonkey.
You Google a zonkey, see what it looks like. Most people don't realize that there's actually a real zonkey.
Yes. Aren't they
Yeah.
cute?
So it's a cross between a donkey and a zebra.
That's so crazy.
Isn't it weird? Most people don't know.
You both thought I was bullshitting, didn't you?
I kind of thought you were.
All right, welcome to the iBuyer experiment. Today we're going to talk about Opendoor and OfferPad and their earnings reports. So here we go.
Is this
What you got, Kayla?
Is this a woohoo or a dun dun dun?
Dun, dun, dun. How are they doing? Yes.
There you go.
There
There
we
you
go,
go.
Fabian.
How are Opendoor and OfferPad doing?
Well, I have an excerpt of their shareholder report from Opendoor where Eric Wu gives a quote, and I thought this was really interesting. I'm just going to read it for us. He said that offer requests reached another record high last quarter, up 69% compared to the prior year. More importantly, we will be accelerating our future seller growth with an exclusive partnership with Zillow, which will empower the millions of homeowners who visit Zillow with the ability to receive an Opendoor offer. It is rare that two leading innovators come together and align on a vision that can fundamentally change how people start their move.
Dun dun dun.
Yes.
Right about that.
What are agents thinking about this? Because there's really not that much chatter about it. It's kind of weird.
yeah,
It's
there's
kind of like
still
they
blows my mind.
brushed it under the rug and kind of like it happened right after the $62 million fine.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden they say, oh yeah, Opendoor and Zillow are coming together. Here we go. What are we doing now?
And I think that a lot of agents don't think it's a big deal. I think that their brokers, their mentors, their industry leaders are saying things like, don't focus on that, focus on what you can control, which I agree, focus on what you can control. But I do think that the rhetoric out there is it's distraction, it's noise, these companies are going to go away. And I'm like, really? Because Opendoor's been at this since 2014. And from what I can see, they just continue to grow.
Well, how about what you just said? Second quarter, 69% offer request increase over the year previously. When they had already touting the year before
As
that they were
being a
getting,
record.
as they were getting an offer request every 30 seconds or whatever it is. Like when you start to compile the numbers and think about that, they had 69% demand in product year over year. Could you think about that from any consumer product?
I'd be really curious on what Opendoor is spending on marketing to get offer requests, because that's how much money they're going to be saving, because they're going to be right on Zillow now, right? I mean, now they pretty much don't have to market at all.
They're going to juice Zillow. I mean, Zillow's not doing this for free as a benefit.
Sure.
It's definitely going to be
I don't know.
a multi-year deal.
Zillow has their cash, they're become a cash buyer type of thing, right?
Yep.
So they're Opendoor's going to lose out on those, right? They got a mortgage. They got mortgage. Zillow has mortgage. So, I mean, who's going to, they're kind of fighting over that, right?
I think that's all secondary, right? So they're going for, I think Opendoor also just has the invent of the exclusive platform too.
Yeah.
So that's an interesting play, but let's look at their numbers. So last quarter, Opendoor purchased 14,135 homes.
In a quarter. So that's
in one quarter.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It's about
in 90 days.
Almost 5,000 a month. Yep.
It's great. Keith just laughs. We're just like, that's a lot of homes.
How many people do you need to facilitate that?
Quite a few. So that's a lot of homes. Now, that's how many they acquired. How many they sold? 10,482 homes.
Still liquidated 66% based on those numbers, give or take. So
next quarter is going to be different, though.
Yeah,
well,
I was going to say.
That's the kicker right there, is they have a standing inventory at the end of quarter two of 17,000 homes.
So we're probably going to see north of 24,000 homes next quarter. 25,000 homes next quarter.
Just from Opendoor.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the books.
Yeah.
Non-performing asset.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Well, it's just taking longer for homes to sell in the open market. We're all feeling that.
Well, and let's talk about what they're going to do, right? So they're adjusting their strategies, quite frankly, right? I think that pretty much across the board, flat 5% service fee. Either that's going to change, or they're going to buy them deeper.
No, they said in their
they're buying them
they're not changing their service fee. They're going to increase their spread.
Right, buying them deeper.
Which means that they are going to buy them for less than what they were before. And so they're going to have a larger spread. Now, I mean, we're seeing a lot of agents that are accepting our Cash Plus offers that the Opendoor offer is right at our first payout.
Yeah, well, and they still get 2 payouts, right?
And they get a second payout, and once it's resold. And if it's resold for less, I mean, they don't lose any money, so they might as well go with our Cash Plus over something like Opendoor gives them.
That's right.
I agree.
Buy 5,000 houses next
But
quarter.
Opendoor has Zillow to put on their platform. We don't really have anyone to. Oh, we have agents. Agents that are pushing the deals.
And agents,
the smart ones.
They're a powerful force.
Yeah.
So I think that we're really going to step up and see a lot from this. Let's look at their revenue. So they had $4.2 billion in revenue and net income of $122 million.
And that 4.2
let's educate
people on that. So when they say
that.
that means if they sell a $500,000 house, that's revenue to them. So it's not like
they bought it for $450,
they
sell it for $20,000
on it, and that's revenue. This isn't the revenue. This isn't profit revenue. This is the whole house.
Right.
They're non-generally accepted accounting principles. So these are non-GAAP principles that they're using, but OfferPad is using the same non-GAAP principles as well. What did
average sales price? $400,686.
Yep. Okay. That's seems to be about right. It's the sweet spot.
Yes, it is.
All right. What about OfferPad? How'd they do, guys?
I don't keep up with them as much, so educate me.
Well, I have not read it. I would actually think that they're going to do better. They usually do better because they don't run quite the volume. However, they buy with more margin in most cases.
So I don't know how you compare better, but let's just look at the numbers. So they purchased 3,792 homes, so a considerable amount less than OfferPad or Opendoor.
A lot less.
And then they sold 2,888 homes.
So they burned through most of their inventory.
Still a ton of homes, right? It's still sizable. I love how OfferPad reports profit per home. And they reported profit per home of $28,500. Now this is profit
per home.
That's gross profit.
No.
This is profit?
Yes, it is. I dissected the numbers.
Wow. Okay.
This is even after interest.
But is it including their operating costs?
Well,
No.
Probably not. No.
Yeah, I wouldn't think it'd be operating costs.
But it is considering their reno costs, their holding costs, their realtor commissions, their interest that they pay on their capital.
That's actually fantastically good.
It's down. It's down 10% from quarter 2 of 2021. So they're a little bit more competitive probably, or the market kind of
$28,000 in that for running volume, $28,000 is pretty good.
I agree. Now, something I did on my coaching call yesterday is I went through kind of the economic impact of this because I'm always fascinated to think through this, right? So as of June 30th of this year, Opendoor and OfferPad combined sold about 29,000 homes on the MLS. Now, these are normally homes that local listing agents would go out, they would meet with that home seller, they'd do a tour of the home, they'd probably end up at the kitchen table, they would talk through comps, they would pick a listing price, and they would bring it to market and sell it.
Yeah.
So these are homes that bypass that traditional route. And this represents about $11.8 billion of residential real estate sales, which represents about $326 million in lost commission to you, the local listing agent. And
the entrepreneur.
That pisses
I mean,
me
gosh,
off.
when you even think about that, right? Like $330 million divided by 1.6 million, what is that? $3,000 per an agent? Yeah, right, give or take. That'd be like everybody they just dipped into every agent's pocket and took over $3,000.
Which takes money out of the local markets too. Because those agents would have made money, and they would have spent it, at Costco or the mall.
Well, and the other thing we got to remember, this is what they just got their massive $62 million speeding ticket for, is they're making money in most cases, right? It doesn't mean that from technology and whatever else, when they talk about these losses, the growth of company, we all know that, red is the new black with growth, et cetera. My point is they're selling the houses, the overwhelming majority of them, for a profit, right? And it's not a fee-based circumstance, it's a profit-based circumstance. So they are absolutely taking equity from the homeowner in those particular circumstances, right? So I don't want to say they're taking equity. They're whether they're improving the property, whatever else, whatever that looks like. I don't want it to be misunderstood there. But it's money, to Jay's point, that is not getting realized into the community because it's going into the corporate umbrella.
Let's look at OfferPad. You said they have $28,500 per home, right?
Yes.
That's what they made per home. What's their average sales price on their homes purchase? What is that?
I don't have that in front of me.
I think it's a little bit less.
Okay.
Like
they had revenue of $1.1 billion
1.1 billion
in cost. Oh yeah.
on 2888.
What is that, Keith? Let's figure this out. 380,000.
So roughly 400,000.
Okay, so our average per home, our profit per home, if you go with the cash offer plus, is $22,800. Theirs is $28,500. So if you were to, hands down, every time going with the cash offer plus, you make more money. The consumer makes more money.
Yep.
So who's got a better? What's better? Like if you're going to show all that, it's the cash offer plus is always going to get your client more money. So if you got somebody that is looking at an Opendoor offer, an OfferPad offer, you got to show them the numbers. Here's the numbers. Here's the average profit per home that OfferPad made. This is the average of what you'll spend when you're selling your house.
Well, that's the philosophy of our organization, right? Is to empower the agent with a unique selling solution that is for the consumer, right? It's consumer centric. The agent has always been consumer centric, always will be consumer centric. And so I think that's why I love the philosophies that we created with the acquisition models, is to be able to bring these types of things. And so, I mean, that's a great just hands-on experience that you show right there. It's no line. Path is math.
Mm-hmm. This is fascinating. And for me, watching this grow, watching the amount of homes that they take down and resell grow year over year, it's fascinating. I love it. I think that we're in a really unique time.
You guys remember when we built some of the original models and we actually looked at all of their stuff? Like their very first year, they bought like 200 something houses and they had like $10 million that they were working with, and they only bought like 250 houses. But then they catapulted all the way to like 1,200. Then it was like 4,000. And then after that, it's pretty wild.
Yeah, I do remember us spitting out projections and models and growth calculators and all the fun early days, that's for sure.
It's funny how long ago that was already.
Hey, by the way, if you're going to be in Dallas,
yes,
for Tom Ferry, August 22nd to the 25th, Zoodealio will be there. So come
stop by,
talk to us at the booth. We'd love to talk with you and share some of the things that we're doing and the software that we're using.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people, right? Like I know we met a lot of people at Inman.
It's like 5,000 or 6,000 people that are going to be there.
I'm podcast.
Sure we're going to have plenty of people that listen to the podcast. Yeah.
Yep. Love it. So yeah, come by, meet us. We, give you a high five, take a picture. Maybe we'll give you a free giveaway, something. I don't know. Yeah. We'll come up with something fun.
We have tape measures.
We got tape measures.
Yeah. Come get your free tape measure from booth 12.
We want to grow with you.
No, booth 18.
That's just pulling that out.
I knew what it was.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
Do we ever come up with a little slogan with those? I like that.
Measure your success.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
We want to grow with you.
Oh.
It's some goofy one I thought of.
Keith is thinking of one.
No, I'm not going to say any of that to any agent when I'm there. Yeah.
I figured. Yeah. So, Keith, in podcast past, you've done a deal of the week.
Deal of the week.
And I know you have so many deals going.
Let's do Hayward. That's kind of fun one.
Okay, Jason's going to pick here.
The one in California. The one we're doing with the contractor.
With Revive?
Yeah, the major remodel.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, we're doing, there's a couple there that way, but.
Well, this one's cool because it's a pretty in-depth remodel. So I think it's fun.
Yeah, paint the picture, right? Like,
come on. Paint it.
Fabian is getting so good
Paint
at
it,
this.
Keith.
Yeah, so there's this property that homeowners started an addition at one point in time, didn't finish the remodel. So we're going to come in, kind of convert the property back to what it was and then just completely renovate it. Possibly one of the highest remodels that, at least that we're going to be a part of out of state.
Yeah, like 180 grand, right?
Yep. And so we're excited about that one because, they're getting their initial proceeds up front, purchasing another property. They got the cash they needed to streamline that process. Now we're going to come in, work with the partner that's going to redo the remodel, and they're going to reap the benefits of those rewards. So we're definitely excited to see how that one goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
And this is a $1.8 million house out in San Jose.
Yep.
So, I mean, it's a little 1,500 square foot house, which, here in the Gilbert Mesa area, it's like, that's a $350,000, $400,000
$500,000. Yeah.
Yeah, $500,000 now, maybe.
Yep.
Maybe, yeah, it's coming down a little bit. But, yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool to see them completely remodel it and be able to increase probably from, if it would sell as is, maybe 1.2, and we're going to probably be able to sell it for 1.8 once it's redone.
Well, and the other thing too, I love with this model. I mean, I know the three of you know how convicted I am on it, is being able to actually, it wins on every facet. Number one, these folks, even though it's coming from the holdback and, dealing with like the increase and all those particular strategies, is coming from the homeowner's equity in that circumstance to improve the property. However, we potentially now are going to sell the house for more. It's lowering the risk and days on market because now it's a shined up, prepared property. It's going to be decked out right. It's going to win the beauty contest. It hits on every single facet. And for me as an agent, right, I want to think about my own business. And in that particular circumstance, now I have a shined up jewel that I can take to the marketplace that's going to help me meet other sellers, meet other buyers. And so again, when you think about the unit economics and these particular things for me and my entrepreneurial self, right? Like, how can I get the highest and best listing so that I can showcase this so it's going to help me win other listings? So I'm not only monetizing now, I'm monetizing for the future. It's just how I kind of look about it and think about it.
Help your clients flip their own house.
That's right.
Call it.
Yeah. Well, the other one that really stuck up to me real quick is we're going to be doing one in Colorado Springs, and it's very unique because these are much older people, and per the agent, we haven't been there yet. He said that they pretty much know they need to be in a different living situation, and they kind of let the house go down really bad. So now we're going to come in and kind of do the same thing out there. But what I love about stories like that is we're going to help these older people, get the money they need to get to where they're going next, which is hopefully going to improve their lifestyle.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Yeah,
That's a great point.
Yep.
And there are a lot of baby boomers that will be transitioning over the next, 3 to 10 years.
Assisted circumstances, right? Where they don't own a mortgage, and this just gives them that structure that they need to be able to do whatever they can. Give them a cash offer and not leave any money on the table.
Time or resources to do all that work, and so we can do it for them, and kind of sharing the upside a little bit.
Yep.
Very cool. A lot happening here at Zoodealio. One thing I want to share is we have been working really hard since November of last year at a massive overhaul to the Zoodealio software. And we have a complete new update coming out. It's amazing. It gives all of the offers and options in one place. It even has some instant options that are available to that home seller and buyer. And so we're really excited about that. Anyone want to speak to it? Because I know that we're just a couple weeks. We have it. We're testing it before we release it. So we're testing it like mad right now.
Oh, game changer. That's my biggest thing that's is going to come to my mind, right? So like as a prospector or a marketer, however you decide to, whatever the core facet is of how you're running your particular business, the reality of it is when I can do my marketing right, at a large scale, invite people in and give them an instant solution that's now going to explain what the offer is, how it works, and be able to, diligently tell the dashboard telling me all these things, that's giving me a whole new way to contact my clients. When I can do it from a prospecting fashion, such as if I'm working canceleds, expireds, FSBOs, etc., I now can go get that cash offer in real time at their doorstep, say, hey, Mr. FSBO, I imagine that you've been on the market for 75 days. You still want a cash offer, right? Right. Hey, well, why don't I come by at 3 o'clock tomorrow and show you what my cash offer is for you? And now I'm going to be standing there in front of them, put in their address and click Bing, and here it is, right? So it's just going to really elevate that experience and just change the game for us as agents. We are going to look like the true pros that we should be positioning ourselves to work with, right? Real pros.
Yes. I'm really proud of us all.
Yeah, it's kick-ass what we created.
It is. It's really cool. We've invested a lot of time, energy.
Let's not be coy.
Hey,
let's not be coy.
Software development is not cheap.
It is not.
Nope.
But
I thought it was.
Nor is our time.
I thought it was a lot cheaper.
I mean, it's cheap if you're doing like a WordPress site.
Yeah. Well,
I have a question
think.
for us. When we all started this, way back when, I mean, I think we knew it would get expensive eventually, but I don't know if I ever thought it was going to be cost as much as it has cost to develop some software.
I don't know. We were told by a lot of people. So
I guess I didn't believe it. I was like, well, these guys are just sitting on a computer coding stuff, like.
Oh man, no. Developers are brilliant. Software engineers are brilliant, and they, rightfully so, make a lot of money.
Yep.
A lot of our money.
It's a worthy cause, what we are doing. It's definitely a worthy cause. Hey, I just want to say that I'm excited and I'm thankful for you. I mean, what's going on in the market, it is not good news. It is great news because we have an opportunity to really impact people's lives and to give them solutions they're looking for. So good things are happening.
Yep. Get your unfair advantage. Get your unfair share, as they say.
That's right. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment on these videos, please.
Yes.
Yeah.
Send us some more.
If you're listening, we'd love to hear
more
from
questions. Yeah. Thanks for the questions from Fabian today. And have a good week. We'll see you at Tom Ferry. Peace.
Peace.